you guys, it's time for me to share my current favorites. I'm so excited. I'm literally weeding it out as I'm sitting here because I have way too many things to talk about, but it's been a minute since I've done a true favorites video. I used to do them every month. I might get back into that a little bit, or maybe every other month. My most recent favorites type thing I did was the GME Awards, which were my best of the year. If you want to check it out, I will link it below. But today we're talking all my favorites, not just makeup, but we're also talking fashion, cute stuff from Target and Amazon, a new hair tool, some kitchen towels, you know how we do. It's just random stuff. So let's just dive on in, shall we? All right, first thing that took my heart. These are so good, you guys. And they're like $5. The Essence Pure Nude Blushes are absolutely worth all of the hype they are getting. I feel like these keep selling out. I'm trying to think if I've seen them in store now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know that I've seen these in store yet. This is the shade I'm wearing today. I'll show you me applying it. It's the shade Goldie Cassis. This is such a like pretty, kind of unique purple-ish color, but I feel like it's really pretty the way it looks on the cheeks. And again, it's kind of unique. I don't think I have a shade like this. But my ultimate favorite color and recommendation is Shimmery Rose. This is the one I've reached for the most. Just a classic kind of peachy pink. Here's the thing. So these remind me of the Milani baked blushes in a way, but the Milani baked blushes are almost too pigmented that I had to be so careful with them. This reminds me of a toned down version of Milani Luminoso. And so that I think is why I've loved it so much. These are totally a dupe for a high-end product. If my dupes video is up, I will link it below so you can know what it's a dupe for. These are so good. If you see one in stock and you're even slightly interested, snatch it up. I promise you'll love it. It also, by the way, gives kind of a glow to the cheek. I don't have any highlighter on today. It just kind of adds that little healthiness to it. I always feel like I'm in such a mood when I'm wearing red lips, and we're going to talk about the red lip I'm wearing right now. I'm determined to actually drink this coffee. I've reheated it like 4 times. So this is the NARS Power Matte, specifically in the shade Dragon Girl. If you want this look, get this. This is the only red lip in my life right now. Like when I want to wear red lipsticks, I don't reach for anything but this. It's always this. It will always be this. It is, if you're an OG follower of this channel, my red lip that used to be my go-to, do you know what it is? It was the Marc Jacobs one in Oh Miley. That was, I think, discontinued. I don't know. And the one I had was so old, so I no longer have it. This reminds me of that, but I think it's better because it stays in place even better. It does dry down, it's mattifying, but it doesn't look crusty and weird. I'll usually after a few hours just pop into the bathroom and like reapply whatever, especially if I've been like drinking coffee or whatever. I just said whatever a lot, whatever. I'll be here all day, guys. I'm home alone and just entertaining myself. I love this stuff. I don't even use a lip liner with it. I'll just kind of turn it on its side and line, you know what I mean, that way. It's just pretty. This shade Dragon Girl is the shade. It makes your teeth look white. It's like, it's the one. You know what I mean? If you've been looking for one red lipstick to just kill them all, it's this one. And one mascara to take the cake here is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. This is $20. I was hoping it would be cheaper because I feel like Tower 28 generally is a brand that their prices are a little bit better, even though they're at Sephora, you know? No, still 20 bucks. But let me show you me applying it. It is the easiest mascara to get the most perfect lashes. It separates, it volumizes, it curls, it stays all day, it doesn't smudge or flake. It literally does it all. It does it all. And you know, like there are other mascaras, like I was gonna mention this today, the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. I am really loving, but I do think, you know, you kind of got to work with it a little bit. You poke yourself in the eye. I'm really loving it though. And if you want a drugstore one, highly recommend. But this is one that like, it needs no caveats, no disclaimers. It is just that good. So if you're in need of one and you can swing $20, I highly, highly, highly recommend. I love the way my lashes look with that. Okay, a single shadow that has just been such a good standby the past few months is the MAC Single Shadow in All That Glitters. This has been around for literally years. It's all I have on my eyes today. It is just one of those single shadows that it just does everything you need it to do. I'll put it in the crease as well as the lid, blend it all together. It looks perfect. It looks dimensional. It looks like I tried harder than I did maybe. It's so good. So I wanted to give it a little shout out here because it's been around for, like I said, years and years and years. but it is one of those that it's just so good. Like when I travel, I almost always toss this in the makeup bag, and it's almost always what I use in the end exclusively. Next up, I want to give some love to these brushes. These were sent to me in PR a while ago. They're from BK Beauty. You can only buy them on BK Beauty's site, and they did give me a, I want to say 10% off code, jessicabraun10. I'll have that below. I do make a small commission if you buy anything with any of my links. That would include these. I like to mention that from time to time. I just always want to be upfront with you guys about that kind of thing, but these, I mean, I would recommend, period, regardless. I mean, I could link to Sephora brushes and get commission too. I feel like I'm over explaining this. My point is, these brushes are so unreal. They are the softest, most well-made brushes. They're very much akin to my Sephora Pro brushes that I already love, but these are specific ones I can't stop using. So for concealer, I've gotten a lot of questions about what I'm using, and I used it on this side today, so I'll show you me using said brush. It is the BK Beauty 113. I absolutely love it. There's something about the shape of this that's so lovely. I also like the 111 for blush, just a really good shape. And then I have some of their eye brushes. This is the 201. This is my everyday like blending brush. I pretty much just use it for everything. But if I do anything darker in the outer corner, I reach for the 205. So little shout out to these because I've been using them in a lot of videos and I've gotten a lot of questions asking like, what brand is that? I can't tell. And I don't really talk about it a ton. So these are amazing. If you're in need of brushes, definitely check it out. Let's have a little conversation about affiliate linking, because anything that I mention in any video, I put a link below, most likely, if I'm able to find one. And it's through one of the different companies I use for like affiliate linking, meaning if you click on the link and you buy something through that link, I get a small commission. It's usually a very, very low percentage. And I think most people watching videos understand that, they know that, you know, etc. But back in the day, back like 10 years ago, YouTube, if someone had, like Morphe was like the one brand, or Sigma for a while was that brand, long ago before affiliate linking was really common, people would get such a bad rap if they were like always pushing Morphe products or Sigma products because they knew they're getting, you know, money if people, they're getting commission basically. So anytime I'm linking like a specific thing, like these brushes are the thing that set me off today on this train of thought. It felt very, and that's why I wanted to mention, like, I'm talking about these brushes, but the only place they're sold is there, and I happen to have a promo code. It's an affiliate link, just the same way I use affiliate links for literally anything I'm mentioning, whether it's to Sephora or Ulta or Elf's website or whatever. Does that make sense? Am I over explaining? I don't know. I feel like sometimes knowing some of the behind the scenes stuff is interesting, and I always want to be very clear and upfront with you guys about stuff like that because, I mean, it's important, and we all are, you know, buying things and using our own money to buy them, and you work hard for that money, so I don't want you to ever feel like I'm like pulling the wool over your eyes or anything like that. Okay, next up is the Milani Superstay Vinyl Ink. This is in the shade Cheeky. This is my favorite lippy when I'm not wearing red. This gives your lips that like Instagram pillowy look. There's something about the formula where it's creamy and moisturizing, but it also dries down a bit and it just smooths over your lips. It's unreal, you guys. It is so pretty. I'll pop up a little video of me wearing this towards the end of my speed reviews video when I applied it because I want you to see it on my lips. It's just one of those formulas that's just so beautiful. So highly recommend. I love the shade Cheeky. It's definitely my favorite, but they have a lot of different colors to try. Another shout out. This one was in my speed reviews video. I'm trying not to repeat too much, but I know the Vinyl Ink was in this, so I'll go quickly. The e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I'm wearing it today. Is absolutely stunning. I'll show you me applying it. It is medium coverage. I'll put 1 to 2 layers on, kind of depending, and it's just pretty. It gives the skin the perfect finish where it's not super matte, not super glowy. It stays really well throughout the day. It plays well with other makeup. Like, it's just one of those all around good foundations. So if you can find a good shade match for yourself, I would give it a try. I wear the shade 220 Beige. It's a pretty good shade match for myself, and I absolutely love it. And it's got a glass bottle and a pump, if you were curious. Next up, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I will talk about this again, and then I'll try to be quiet about it for a while because I can't shut up about it. This is the prettiest under foundation glowy primer, if you will, ever. It is so pretty. Sometimes I'll just put on whatever SPF and then put this on top and then put on my foundation, and so it just gives your skin that beautiful glow. It's not wildly obvious. Like I said, I'm not wearing highlighter today, so any glow you're seeing is from the blush and from this underneath that foundation, the e.l.f. foundation. So big fan of this. I just absolutely love the way it looks on the skin. And again, I know this has already been a favorite. I'm mentioning it again because I use it every day. The Lawless Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. I love. This one's in Sweet Dream. My favorite scent, if you will, is the one in Birthday Cake. But I have Cherry Blossom, Sweet Dream, and Birthday Cake. Wow, there's the sun. And I love them all. And I will use them all up and I will buy them. They're so good, you guys. They plump the lips. I'll just leave one of these in my purse. I'll leave one in my vanity and I just use them constantly. And my lips look so nice and healthy and juicy, and I don't need a mirror because they're basically sheer. I love them. I really think you will be so surprised at how much you love this because I've tried a lot of these kinds of products and there's something about this formula that really has stood out to me. NARS Cream Bronzer in Laguna, another one I've talked a lot about, but I would be remiss if I filmed this video and didn't talk about it. And I want to show you me applying it because I'm trying to think, I don't know that I've filmed me applying this in a while. This is the best cream bronzer I've ever tried. Ever. I can say that with such confidence. It does not budge. It is beautiful when you apply it. It blends so easily. Man, and if you're near my skin tone, this undertone of this shade, Laguna 01, is so perfect. And I think that's another big reason why I like it. I just love it. I apply it with my Haley's Beauty brush. I can link this. I know it's on Amazon and it is amazing. I use one of these brushes for my e.l.f. primer. I use it for foundation when I'm using a brush, and I use it 100% for cream bronzer. So, and it's not wildly expensive. Point is, this stuff is amazing. I mean, it is my favorite. Okay, little skincare shout out to the Cicaplast Balm from La Roche-Posay. This is something that if you have any skin irritation, whether it's on your face or your body, this will do wonders. So I just found out recently that I have perioral dermatitis right now. It's common in postpartum, got a prescription, et cetera, et cetera. But the point is, this was the only thing that helped me in the few weeks until I finally was like, okay, I think it's bad enough to like actually go to a doctor and figure out what's going on. And this, as I looked into perioral dermatitis, this is one of the most recommended things to use if you don't have a prescription. So what's interesting is I started using this kind of early on because it has helped so many other like just skin irritations I've had. And I started putting it on right here. And did I even explain what it was? It's kind of like bumps. I still have it. It hasn't quite healed, but like little bumps and stuff like that just around the mouth area. When I used this, it started to seem to get better, but it was still there. And so I thought, well, maybe this isn't helping. So I stopped using it for a week. It got worse. So then I got back into using it, and come to find out it's actually recommended to use for it. So highly recommend for, I mean, that's a very specific example, but if you have any kind of irritation, anytime I feel like my skin, a certain area of my skin just needs to be calmed down, this works wonders. I absolutely love it. I'm almost out. I will repurchase because I think it's one of those things that you just need in your collection because when you need it right then. You know what I mean? And so I just absolutely love it. There are more expensive versions of this Cica type product. This one is not like the cheapest thing in the world, but it is more in the drugstore range when you compare it to the higher end versions of this. Shall we talk clothes? This top is just you're gonna think, Jessica, that is the most plain long sleeve top I've ever seen. I'll pop a video of me wearing it in my car chat video. I love this like periwinkle grayish kind of color I have on here. Its sizing is weird. I love it because it's just loose enough that it's like comfy. The sleeves are a little bit longer. I sized up twice, so I would say no matter what, size up twice. Because for whatever reason, these are sized very small. It's meant to be somewhat cropped, I think, but it would have been like way too small. So I am normally a smaller medium and I size up to an XL. I love it. So much so that I ended up going back online and ordering an XL in the bright pink. You had better believe I'm thinking about getting another color. It is so comfy. Like I said, the sleeves are a little bit longer, so it's just got that comfort level too. I love it with leggings. I love it with joggers. I love it with jeans tucked into the front. Like, it is one of those shirts. And then because it's more plain, you can dress it up with different jewelry, but man, I love them. A weird amount for something as simple as it is. So I'll link these below. Highly recommend. Absolutely love them. So next thing I don't currently have in front of me, but I will show you a clip of me wearing them, are these hybrid jogger leggings from Amazon. Heard about these from Taylor Wynn, literally instantly added to cart because I was like, yep, would totally live in those. The idea is that they are joggers, very similar to the Vuari ones, which I own a couple pairs of. I'm a big fan of joggers and leggings, you guys. Who isn't? Anyway, and those are super soft, they're stretchy, they're like leggings, but they're a little bit looser, but they're tight in the right places. But I say hybrid because the top of these ones from Amazon feel like a leggings top. So you feel like it's kind of holding you in where you want to be held in, but then it's a little bit looser like joggers at the bottom. Unbelievable, you guys. Like, they are so comfy. The second I put them on, I literally said, oh my, I love them. So highly recommend. They're currently about to be washed because I've, of course, worn them recently. But man, it's genius. And I know, like, I feel like that's a thing. I'm pretty sure Lululemon has a version of this. I think it's like their Align joggers or whatever, and I'm sure that's what it's meant to do. They are lovely. So you will, I promise you will love them. And it's cool because sometimes with joggers, you know, like where they'll hit, you kind of feel like weird. And so like there's certain shirts you might not want to wear, but because the top is like leggings where it holds you in a little bit more, you know, it's pretty awesome. Next favorite is this bad boy right here. This is that Shark hair drying tool. Of course I have my hair pulled back right now, although you're seeing, I mean, this is the result of it. What is cool about this? So first of all, let me start at the beginning. This is a dupe for the Dyson Airwrap that is like $600 to $700. This is still a couple $100, so it's still expensive, but it is much, much, much cheaper than the Dyson one. So I've always dragged my feet on this kind of thing because I'm like, will I even use it? Does it even work? I can tell you, yes, I will use it, and yes, it does work. So what's cool is this is a built-in blow dryer, and it is a strong blow dryer. I was concerned that it'd be like kind of a wussy one, like, oh, it doesn't really work. No, it works, man. So the blow dryer works really quickly, and it came with a concentrator, what is that called? That you can put on the end of it. But then you flip it up and you have the different attachments for the two sides of your head, and it literally pull your hair in and basically blow dry it into a curl. It's interesting. So anyway, I know most of you guys have heard of this kind of thing, so it's not new to you, but I absolutely love it. It totally works. If you want to see me using it in action, I'll link the vlog where I am trying it for the first time. I love it. I use it every time I do my hair, which is crazy because I don't know, I feel like I switch it up a lot, but I cannot stop using that. So there's definitely some tips and tricks I've learned. I will film a thing very soon for like Instagram Reels or something, YouTube Shorts, so that you can see and hear maybe some tips that I've learned in the past few weeks, but love it if you were curious. These kitchen towels are the greatest kitchen towels. I asked for them for my birthday and I got them. They have thousands of different prints to choose from. So the brand is Geometry. You can only get them on this Geometry site. It was like an Instagram, Facebook ad fed to me that I finally got some, fell in love, and then asked for more. So these wash and dry really well. I actually just got most of these out of the dryer. They have this like almost waffle design to it. These are unreal because they feel nice in the hand and they look nice, but they also actually absorb water. There's nothing worse than when you have a kitchen towel, and you guys, we've all experienced these kitchen towels. There's a spill or something to wipe up on the counter, and you wipe it with the towel, and it just wipes the water around. That is one of the greatest pet peeves of my life. These soak that water up, you guys. You would not believe it. There's something, again, I don't know the science behind this particular fabric, but it is lovely. It kind of has the feeling of a ShamWow, if I'm remembering the feeling of a ShamWow correctly, but just nicer and different and better. And they have so many designs. They have holiday ones. I have some Christmas ones. That's kind of where I began. I just liked these different colors. Guys, I can't recommend them enough. Okay, little shout out to my iPad case. If you're someone with an iPad, it literally is, okay, no big deal. It's a keyboard. I know that's been around forever, but there's an actual trackpad that auto attaches to your iPad, and you can tilt the iPad so it feels more like a laptop, if you will, and it just magnetizes to it. So I can take it off really easily if I'm doing something with it, and then I can magnetize it right back on. It shuts all the way shut, so it's protected. It is the iPad case of my dreams, okay? So absolutely love it. It is Apple branded. It's pricey because it does have all those features, including like a mouse trackpad that actually just works on the iPad, but I absolutely love it. I can't imagine now having my iPad without it because I use it all the time. So highly recommend if you are in need of an iPad case. So I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed my current favorites. I'll definitely have another one of these coming out in a month or two with updated things that I am loving. I'm gonna be honest, I weeded I was gonna say wed through, no. I weeded through so many different things. Like, I cut the makeup favorites in half. There were other fashion favorites I wanted to mention, but I feel like sometimes if I talk about too many things, it's just overwhelming, and I don't want to overwhelm you, but I do have some other favorites I'm sure I will sprinkle into some future videos, vlogs, etc. I hope that you enjoyed, and I love you guys. I hope you subscribe as well. That means, you know, it's free to subscribe, and that means that you will be notified when I upload new videos, so you don't miss a single one. I know you wouldn't want to miss one. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.